Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday. I'm Tajah, the Mindset Coach. Tonight, this topic is how really your friends, and who better discuss it with than my girls. So tonight we got Trish, Crystal, Erica. So let's chat, ladies. We're gonna talk about how well we know each other. So we can talk about how we all met, and then how often we talk. Like, how real are we?
Okay, I guess I'll start. So I've known Taj for, gosh, has it been like 6 years? 5 or 6 years? We met at work. I used to work at Kaiser. And I actually trained her when she was already working for Kaiser, but she left and she came back. And I trained her, and that's how I met her. And then I don't know. We just clicked and
Friends ever since.
And now we're business partners, and I mean, she's just my go-to gal. Like, we talk every day.
Yeah, I think I am the connecting piece. So Erica, because I'm gonna let Chris go last since we've known each other the longest. So Erica, what about you?
Okay. I think Taj, let's see, I got hired in 2017. I want to say end of 2017, like early 2018. So about 4 years roughly that I've known you. And I met you at work. Okay. Crazy part is, like, I'm gonna get real quick because I don't think I ever told y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna get real quick, right? So when I had my daughter, I used to be nervous to have mom friends, like have friends, because that would mean me getting close to people. And I'm not really that girl. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm gonna make sure I'm good. I'm gonna make sure my kid good. We good type of thing, right? So when I met Taj, it was like, I really like her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just clicked at work. And I remember I was going through a lot of things when I first got hired, and I met you. And I was like, I remember I was talking to you about some type of insurance. Like, it could, I don't know, like, was it car insurance or something? I have no idea. But I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get it done on Friday when I get paid. And Taj, I got an alert to my phone with money. And it was like, nah, take care of it now. Like, you and your daughter need it. Take care of it now. And I'm sitting there like, nah, like, my first instinct is like, no, I'm not gonna accept it because I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just getting close to people. But it made me think, like, I don't have a lot of friends that are like me. You know what I'm saying? That'll do things for their friends. And that just made me realize, like, yo, she a real one. Like, she's a real one. You know what I'm saying? And we clicked, like, been friends ever since. And then I met Trish through you and Crystal through you. So yeah.
So it's true, people out there, just so you know, you can make real friends at work.
Yeah, but not on this level.
Yeah, not on this level.
Look, now there's the disclaimer, okay? But I'm just saying, you can make real friends at work, and I have my two. But Chris, let's talk about us, because Chris, we've been friends since junior year of high school, right? Like, crazy friends when we were whole other people then.
We were 15, 16, and I remember Tajah walking into the gym class with the Converse heels. They were red with the shirt to match and the jeans.
So we get real.
Yeah, we get real. And, I remember that, and we were just, I don't even know how to describe it. We are more than friends. We're sister, we're family. We're the mirror we don't want to see. We are the person that will tell you about yourself real quick and then cheer you on along the way as you're getting it together. I don't even know how to describe our friendship. We lived together, hated living together, loved living together. We had so many transitions in our friendship and in our sistership.
Right. And it's funny with us too, because it's like, we were the closest, and then at the most significant point in our life, right, with having children, we're separate. Now you're still in Jersey, I'm in Atlanta, and now like Erica is like the friend I have with the kid, and then Trish is like the best of both worlds because I had my daughter before you had your kids, Chris. So it's like I get a mixture of everybody, and it's so funny. Even though I'm the connecting piece for the four of us, don't you guys still feel close to each other?
Yeah, definitely.
Right, and it's weird because you all met through the pandemic. Of course, Trish and Erica we were in Atlanta before Trish left. And so, you guys have that chemistry as well. But Crystal, you all never met. And it seems like you still do know her. Like, that's still your friend. So that bond, that's how real your friendship can be. And, Erica, I want to point out that piece where you said, I don't get close to everybody, right? Or not all my friends are like that. Like, let's talk about that, because we know we have different levels of friends, right? But then what is that thing you look for in your friendship to make you see or feel like this is a real friend? What does that look like, or how do you know when you think you found that?
I think it's more so somebody that pays attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know when something is off. And you don't even have to tell them. You could just be in conversation. You just say something's going on. You could like, wait, that ain't you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on, friend?
Yeah.
And you show up for them like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't ask her for no money. It was just me, like, my thoughts in my head. Like, yeah, this is going on. Talking at work. This is what's going on. And she like, no, you need to take care of this now. Like, you got a daughter. Take care of it. You know what I'm saying? And so things like that, when you don't have to say anything, and they still notice, and it's like, nah, friend, let me check on you. Let me help you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's how I know.
Okay.
Me, I know I don't have a lot of friends. So kind of like, along the lines of what Erica was saying, I don't let people in like that. And I feel like I have different friends for different things, I guess that's the best way to put it. Like, I would have like my fun going out friend, or I would have the friend that I would have like deep conversations about, just like that just knows everything, good, bad, ugly about me. And then, friends that you could talk about business stuff or money stuff, because you can't have those conversations with everybody, I guess. Like well, I know for me, like, I guess I don't want to say like intellectual levels, but to some
that's the thing. That's the thing now.
That's the thing, yeah.
So yeah, I definitely feel like I have different friends for different reasons. But in order to, I guess, to know that they're my friends is supportive. Like, I feel like in every, regardless of what they're for, they're always, supportive. They're reliable. I don't know. They're there for me, Like, I'm not a normal type of person. And I know sometimes
I'm glad you know.
And I know sometimes I'm a lot to deal with. So I'm just like, if you could deal with me, then that's how I know that it's real.
You wanted to say something, Chris. What you gonna say?
So for me, friends, we gotta define friends. So I know a lot of people. I'm part of a lot of circles. I'm super social. I'm an extrovert. I make friends with the male person. The male person is my friend. Like, I make friends with anyone. But what I realized as I've gotten older, I defined it differently. So now I have my associates, we talk, I can say what's up to you. And I still get on a deeper level with people. I think it's my profession being a therapist. I don't like the surface conversation. Don't ask me how the weather is. Like, that's not going to be us. If we're talking about the weather for an hour, then we can't have a conversation because you're just wasting my time. But to me, a friend is someone that's consistent, someone that's reliable, someone that's trustworthy. If I say something to you, I expect it to be between you and I. I don't expect you to go to the next person or that person. But I do know as females, we do talk, and we talk to other friends just to get ideas and come back with advice. And we kind of gather back up and we're like, well, I spoke to this person about what you're going through and this is what they have done and things of that sort. So that's a bit different. But someone that's consistent, that's reliable, that's loyal, that's real. I can come to you and I can say, I'm having the worst day, and you're not gonna boast about it. You're not gonna be excited about it. You're gonna be sad with me.
Right.
I always watch the people that are happy when you're sad. Like that to me is extremely strange. Or someone that can help you and then chooses not to help you.
Right.
So,
without you asking. Right.
Without you asking. Like you were saying, Erica, like Tajah she just jumped in. You didn't have to ask that. That to me is a friend. That's someone who sincerely cares about you, who wants to connect with you on a deeper level. And that's a friend. So I don't have many friends now as I've gotten older. I've kind of isolated myself, and COVID helped a lot, which is good and bad, but everybody is not for every season of your life.
Very true.
They can't, they're not meant to walk for every season of your life, and there's no hard feelings against it. It's just my life has changed. And now we have like 3 friends. I went from being part of 3 women groups and highly involved in church and my job and all these people to 3 friends. And I love it.
I like that you brought that point up, because a lot of times people think that real friends have to talk every single day, all day. They have to know every moment and every second of your life. And just to be honest, that's not real, right? Because in life, we all have moments and we have things that are individual, like our families, like school, like stress, like all these things. And the important part of those things is that because you're great friends, or real friends, should I say, that no matter how much time has passed, when we pick up that phone, when I send that text, it's like we never missed a beat. That's the real defining friendship, that they always show up for you when you need them most. And that could be on a high or a low. It doesn't matter, but that's the real friend, when they notice those gaps, or they see you win, or just see you come to a new level for whatever that is, right? Success or happiness is defined differently for all of us. So with that being said, and you guys know how close we all are, right? What are those things as a friend that we don't share? Like Erica had already said, and Trish too, you keep things in, or you're very more introverted, I would guess, than me and Crystal. But still, even in those things, like what are the things that we don't share as friends, right? Because that's the important piece, because even as real as we are, sometimes there are things that we don't necessarily share, and then you could feel that you're alone, but you're not, but no one knows.
I'm gonna go with, oh wait, Trish, were you about to talk?
No, that was Crystal.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna say something.
Crystal, you
That's
about to
okay.
talk? Go ahead.
I think that the older we get and the wiser we get, I know growing up, I felt a little bit, I was surrounded by people and I had you, Taj, but I felt like I needed to go through things on my own. But the older we got, I just understood that everybody's going through the same thing, just at a different season. And that's allowed me to be more open and share. And our relationship is so different, Taj, because I tell you things that I don't want to tell you. But I know I need my sister there. I need my sister to help me or kind of put me in place. So it's a little different, because before I was afraid, and not afraid, but unsure if I should share like my vulnerable moments.
Right.
I'm like, listen, this gonna sound terrible. You're not gonna like it, but I'm gonna tell you anyways.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. And y'all could chime in if you feel like, look, I'm not being real, but I don't know that there's something that I don't share, right? Personal or not, serious or not. And I think that's because, it's one thing to have family, and then there's another thing to have real friends, because real friends are the family that you choose. And because I feel like in that I've been able to make great choices in who my circle is, that I do share, right? Because I do want your input, whether I take it fully or not. It's important to me to hear what you think, or your opinion, right? Even if then I immediately disagree with it, it's still your viewpoint that I look for. And that's on everything, right? Even in this new venture that you guys are on right now with me, it was a lot of, hey, what y'all think? Look at this, look at that. And you know, you've helped me so much. I know a lot of times all of you think that, oh, Taj got it together, or Taj doesn't need the help, but I want it. I care about the people around me on how they view me, right? And as a friend, sometimes, even in a strong person, that's a vulnerable piece that you care and you want to hear and you want to share. So other than that, I don't know what else I hold back. Like, I don't know. Do you guys think I hold stuff back? Because I know for a fact there's things that you guys feel, right, that you keep to yourself. And I'll say, look, Erica and Trish, definitely right, because you're more introverted. And then I know Crystal went on her wave too, as far as your marriage and your kids and things like that. And we had to open those things up, right? And I think because of that, we got even closer as friend sisters, you know what I mean? So like, what are those things? If you want to say I hold stuff back or you want to ask me about it, go ahead. But well, tell me about your things.
I know for me, I've always been like kind of what you were saying, Taj. Like, I feel like I've always been viewed as like the strong friend. So I would never like that. That's what I was, to the people who view me that way. That's what I was. I was the strong friend, and that's it. You wouldn't see any other side than that.
Right.
Like I felt like I was always like the support. So yeah, there was a lot that I would not say. Like if I was struggling mentally, physically, whatever, I just wouldn't say it because I'm like, no, because I need to be strong for them. So how can I come to them with my situation and I'm trying to be strong for them?
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't until I moved to Atlanta.
Okay.
And one of my really close friends, one of my best friends now, Ariana, like I feel like she broke me because I swear, like I turned into like a huge mushball, crybaby, talk about feelings person. I'm like, who is this? Because I would always internalize everything. I'll process everything myself, and I still struggle with that today.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like not as much as I used to.
Okay.
And, you guys already know, like this year I had surgery and I struggle with that a lot. And Taj will always come to me. She'd be like, how are you doing? And I'd be like, oh, I'm good. She's like, no, but how are you really doing?
Right.
I'd be like, well, since we're talking about it.
I'm struggling. And that's exactly how you are. And that's the key point of a friend. Like I think Crystal brought it up, and really knowing, right? Like, we don't cover here, right? We can see it, we can feel it, because it might not be in what you say or how you say it, but when somebody's really your friend, they know. You know what I mean? If they're listening good enough and clear enough, they know. And yes, you always try to throw the blinders on, but y'all know, look, I check everybody like that. Something going on. Let me go find out.
Every time I be trying to act like I'm like, I'm great, and she's like, nah, Taj know every time. Nah, what's wrong? So yeah, I know, and I feel like that has, like Chris was saying, that has made us, even closer friends. Even though like we're business partners, so of course, we talk every day because of that. But like on just like a friendship level, that has brought us, so much closer. And then I found out things about Taj that I never knew, and I'm just like, my friend. So like to see the vulnerable side of Taj was new, but it was refreshing because I'm like, this is her, So yeah, I feel like over the years, even just over the last like 2 years, it's just brought our friendship so much closer.
I love it, and that's true. And I'm glad you got to see that, because like I said, when you're the strong friend, just like you said, people think you don't cry, people think you don't have feelings, or whatever they think about normal people. It clearly can't be the strong friend. And that's funny, because we all have, you know, our things that make us feel some kind of way. And I think the point you're referring to is, right, the interview when you heard me talking about my mom, right? Yeah, anybody who knows me knows, like, yeah, whenever we get to talking about how I came to be this, or an important person in my life now that I speak, you know, aside from my kids, it'll always be my mom. That will always bring that out. And probably, you know, even if I talk about you guys for the new wave I'm venturing into now, right? Just the support level that I have to be this, and what everyone sees. And that's the point of having great friends. So yeah, I'm not about to forget you, Erica. Go ahead. What you got? Come on, friend.
Okay. The things we don't share as friends, I have a few, because there's some things that I'm still hesitant to share. Like, I would say traumas are one of them. Like, okay. That's just one of those things you kind of just bury, you know what I'm saying? You don't talk about it, but it does affect you in the relationships you have with people. Right. Another one for me is asking for help. That's I hate to do it. Like, I absolutely hate to do it. And when people want to help me, it feels wrong. And I don't know why. Like, it feels wrong. So to accept the help, which is weird. But I don't like asking for help. And I would just say, like piggybacking off of what Trish said, being the strong friend, like, you internalize everything. You don't want to, like, be that friend that's always coming with the problems. That's how I be feeling. Like, I'm good today, because I don't even want to talk about what I'm going through, because I don't want to be that friend. You know what I'm saying? That's just like, oh my God, every time you talk to her, it's like, something going on. What's going on, girl? Like, So I would say those are the things for me, like being reserved for certain things. If that makes sense.
No,
like,
it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. And there, you know, all of us are reserved, and I want to put it towards our cultural backgrounds. You know, that's what we were told. Was in the house stays in the house, right? Don't tell people your business. All those little taboos. And the thing about it, which, you know, brought me to this topic of how really your friends, is because also in our culture, and also right now is a crucial time for this pandemic. We're losing a lot of people close to us, particularly from suicide. And the thing is, you could hear this person's name and you're just like, man, I didn't even know. And you might have talked to him last week. You might have talked to him that day. So what is it about friends that they don't know about a huge hole that you're feeling? And that's the issue, because like you said, Erica, somebody could say, man, every time I talk to them, they have a problem. But if you then continue to remove yourself and ignore them, then their problem gets bigger. Maybe you were their only outlet. That's why we have to, again, listen more than just our ears. We have to tap into people that we care about. So you know when they're deflecting, right? When Trish is saying, oh, I'm good. Eric's like, oh, I'm fine today. Yeah. No. Oh, then what happened yesterday? You know, I'm that friend. Like, I see the words you're using, or I hear it in your tone, and it makes me want to know what's going on. And especially now, because we're losing people and it's real. And, you know, I just think as a real friend, you should care. You should spend more time. Not saying that we got to talk to each other every day. That's just impossible, right? We're all busy. We all have our own individual lives. But when you do send that text, when you do get on that call, that you are really connecting for moments that matter. Like Chris said, don't call me asking what's the weather like in Atlanta. What are we talking about? Right? Like, what's up? You know, or you know, if a friend keeps calling you. I think that's how Crystal, like when you were going through your thing, right? I was like, Chris called me like 5 days in a row. What's going on? Right? We could barely get on the phone. And those are the things. Or Erica and Trisha are great for, I ain't heard from them in 5 days. What's going on? Erica will go through a moment of text messages and you like, Erica, we sent that 2 weeks ago. Where you at, friend? Right? But that's the thing. We know each other. And so the question is, you know, for everyone out there, like, how well do you know your friends? How much time are you spending really connecting, being involved, so you can say that not only that you're a real friend, but they're real friends to you too, because that matters. You want to find people who are like you and make you feel the things that you wanted to feel or that you don't feel. So then you want to give them. So this is the session of how real are your friends. Thanks, everybody.